Tennessee is talking about elder abuse. My name is Valerie Craig, and I'm a co-founder at Tennessee Voices for Victims, and we are a victim advocacy agency. Our elderly population is our silent epidemic. These are the ones who, a lot of times, because of the crime, they don't always come forward. People don't understand it because they're adults. You know, we think about kids and we recognize they're vulnerable because they don't really have a choice in their situation. And a lot of times that's true for our senior population as well, but because they're adults, the rest of society looks at them and thinks, well, you made choices along the line, you have certain rights, I don't want to step on your rights. And so there's a lot of suffering that happens in silence with this particular group. When you're looking at seniors and you're looking for signs, you want to look at behavior changes. If you begin to notice bruises or marks on them and they start telling you stories that don't really match up, that's certainly something to be paying attention to. If they seem anxious, especially with financial exploitation, that's one of your biggest signs without seeing their bank account, that you're going to begin to see is this nervousness, this anxiety that's unexplained. Abusers of the elderly could be anybody. A lot of times it is adult children. That's a big portion, and there's a lot of different reasons for that. Addiction plays a huge role in that. It could be their spouse. Domestic violence is much higher in elderly populations than I think a lot of people realize. And then of course there's just strangers, you know, who are interested in taking advantage of those who can't defend themselves. Personally, I think the community needs to pay attention to what's happening around them and then not be afraid to speak out. When we think about anybody who's in a vulnerable position, by definition, they've lost their voice and they need somebody else to be willing to be that voice for them.